My name is Stuart Jackson. This is my wife, Julie Jackson. We have 2 children. We have Rebecca, who's a sports journalism major at Mizzou, just only a few miles away. And then my son, JJ, who's doing his senior year here at Missouri Military Academy. We split our time between Missoula, Montana, and Houston, Texas. And we're both medical professionals and run businesses. And we found ourselves in the odd situation of having all our children live in Missouri when we had never actually been there before about a year ago.
Hi, my name is James Jackson. I'm a senior at Missouri Military Academy. I went to the leadership camp and I just really enjoyed it. So I decided to come here for my last year in high school. I just enjoyed my whole day being planned out and having multiple things to do that are mostly physical.
He had a great 2 weeks. We didn't know how great it was until he got home and we received a letter saying, "Congratulations, you've been admitted to the high school." And his father and I hadn't applied for the high school. He actually did it on his own.
What we had realized was that, if he wanted to get what he wanted out of life, if he wanted to achieve his goals in life, one, it wasn't going to happen in Houston, Texas, and 2, the runway was running out because he was going to be a senior. Basically, the problem that my son had were what they call these executive functioning type things, which is basically getting assignments completed, planning time, actually just doing the work, not blowing it off. And that was pretty difficult. That's a pretty difficult problem to address generally. There's a whole industry that costs about $75 an hour, twice a week, that exists in Houston to try to address that. And you know what, it just really doesn't work. And so that was kind of what the basic problem that was holding him back from success. And so when we got him here, we discussed that with the faculty, and it didn't take them long to figure it out since he wasn't turning in assignments. But that's improved dramatically and improved somewhat by the end of the first semester, but now we're only, 6 weeks in the second semester, and he's improved a lot. He's no longer has missing assignments.
And it was really nice to come here and figure out it's pretty much the same exact thing as it's going to be in the summer. Everyone's nice here. It's just a really good atmosphere.
I was pleasantly surprised at the responsiveness of the faculty. If you reach out, you're going to get a response. They will come back to you and give suggestions. Also, they will contact you about something like, "Hey, this is going on, what do you think?" And we recently received an email from a faculty member that wasn't actually one of the Jay's faculty members. It was a study hall faculty member, and she had sent us an email saying that Jay had participated in a community service and how proud she was of him that he was able to deal with children and play with them and entertain them while the parents were doing another activity that was unrelated to MMA. It was outside the building. And that was just such nice acclamation or validation of why we are here.
It is an investment in your son's future, and it's a very important investment because the worst thing that can happen to a young man today, which is very common, is to get out of high school and get into kind of a rudderless existence where they just kind of get along and barely exist and don't really excel at anything and have a difficulty getting established in life. And if you were 4 or 5, and I've got buddies that have that, and like more than one son that has that situation. And I'll bet if you gave them a chance of look back time machine and send them to a place where they could get founded in life, the price would be cheap and they'd pay double gladly. If you're watching this video and your son is not here, you probably already know he needs to be here. And what probably needs to happen is you need to get him in summer camp, which is 2 weeks, not much money. It's it's a lot of fun. It's a great summer camp. See how it works out. Maybe you do like my son and you just continue on to matriculate. The other thing is, you don't want to wait too long. If the reason he wants to come here is to improve on some, things that need to be improved on to get going in life.
I feel that this has given JJ some life skills. No matter the structure that we did at home and the interventions that we made to try to help him toward his life skills, we found that the structure here really has given us what we need here and what Jay needs. He is getting in a wonderful educational, athletics, leadership. There's so many components here that sending Jay here just was the right thing to do. And fortunately, he wanted to come, so that was helpful. I think that this is for anyone that's looking for maybe not the normal education system that we have in our public schools, and there are some phenomenal public schools, phenomenal private schools, but you just have to look at it and see if it's a fit at the end of the day. And I think my husband's right. If you're watching this video, you're wondering, is this something for me? You really do need to look at it, be open-minded, but I can tell you it's been the right choice for us.
Responsibility. Everything you do here is really your own choice. In a way, the whole academy itself is cadet-led. So what you do kind of judges how your time goes here. When I mean choices, I mean like even just the smallest of things that usually most people don't think about is like, how am I going to spend my free time? How am I going to spend this time in class? Things like that, and it really affects your day, obviously, how you choose to spend that time.
I think one of the most important things that happened to Jay very early on this year was the fact that the leadership did identify him and promoted him to an MP position. He's very proud of that. I came in December to an amazing event called Evensong, and he was there escorting little ladies up the stairs to the event, and I was just so proud to see him dressed in his uniform. It is a very humbling moment to see your son in uniform and be so proud that he has his job and he is doing it very well. I think it's always challenging to send your child off to college, and in our case, a boarding school over 800 miles away from us. But when you're intentional about when you're here, we decided to make sure that we're here for sporting events when we can be. We came in this weekend to be here with Jay for some wrestling matches, and we sometimes have to divide and conquer to get here. One of us, comes, but it's a good challenge. It's a challenge that he's excited when we show up. We recently surprised him on a senior night for the football game. We didn't tell him we were coming in, and we showed up at the last minute. And just to see that smile on his face that we were here and we were very proud. So I think that's the biggest challenge. You have to realize that this is a huge commitment financially, time-wise, for any parent. And it is difficult to send your child off, but you have to think of the greater picture. We are investing in our son. And all the parents here are investing in their young men. And that is the goal that we have. We want our children to grow up to be respectful and good citizens. And I believe that's what we're getting here. It is worth the value beyond anything I can imagine. It has been an investment that we will get back over and over again.